It seems like Disney and Marvel might actually be keeping Spidey in the MCU against Sony's wishes. A few weeks ago, Marvel announced a whole slate of new series in the MCU that are going to premiere on Disney's new streaming service, Disney+. One of these series is called What If, which goes and explores alternate realities of what would have happened if things had gone a little bit differently in our favorite MCU films. While it isn't actually confirmed which What If storyline we'd see, we do know that Tom Holland has already committed his talents to at least one episode of What If. While Sony and Disney may have put their differences aside for what will be the first animated show in the MCU, I kind of think that Disney just pulled the trigger without consulting Sony. How, you ask? Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man. Kind of. Sony owns the film rights to Spider-Man. Disney owns both the television and merchandising rights to Spidey. And if you think Disney wouldn't exploit their TV rights, then you don't know the biggest damn conglomerate in media. Disney has their new show, Spidey and His Amazing Friends, already in the works at Disney Junior. If they're going to use such a valuable IP solely for TV purposes, then I'm sure they already have some way in the works to get Tom Holland Spidey in the MCU on TV. Since Disney owns the TV rights, it seems like it's going to make the most sense for Sony to cooperate and create two versions of Spider-Man. The MCU Spider-Man, Tom Holland, and the Spiderverse Spider-Man, also Tom Holland. In the new Doctor Strange film, we're likely going to see a Freaky Friday-style switch. A new Peter from an alternate universe gets introduced with a new origin story, sorry Uncle Ben, and the Peter Parker we've known goes and gets lost in the Spider-Verse. The Peter that enters the MCU, Peter number 2, could enter the MCU, but only through Disney Plus entities. But what Peter could be introduced to the MCU that would be different enough from Peter 1 to be compelling? Well, there's a ton of different variations of Peter that we can explore from the comics. For instance, we could see a darker version of Peter who becomes the Punisher Spider-Man, filled with anger and a lack of conscience after the death of his Uncle Ben. Or we could see Peter pull a card out of 2014 Nebula's playbook and return to the MCU as an evil or undercover agent. This happens a lot in the comics. In one instance, Peter is captured by the time-traveling warlord from the future, Kang the Conqueror, and creates a robotic clone to go fight the Avengers and betray them. And if that's not weird enough, try this. If you're old enough to remember Doc Ock from the original Spider-Man trilogy, then you'll know that Spider-Man and Doc Ock have a complicated relationship. In the Superior Spider-Man comics, Doc Ock performs a mind swap with Peter Parker, assuming his identity and body, and leaving Peter to die in his body. Yet, while you'd think that Doc Ock would want to use Peter's body for evil, he's actually compelled by Peter's memories to work for good, even though those good aims are achieved with gore and violence. Or, if we're very, very good, we'll get to see John Mulaney return as Spider-Ham! Oh, Spider-Ham TV show! Ah! Yes! Well, I'm extremely excited to see Spider-Man, or not see Spider-Man, in the MCU, maybe not in the MCU, in theaters, on television. Who knows, but it's gonna be fun. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you think I'm right or if you think I'm wrong. And as always, subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram at Luke_Metzler. We'll see you soon. Spidey's back in the MCU. I never once ever doubted you. All the haters said you're gone, but I knew it wouldn't be long. I always knew that you'd come through. Always knew it.